And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from the headquarters of Eastman Credit Union.
You know, the Salvation Army is no stranger to this community because it does so much to help those who are in need. Perhaps the most visible time that we see that, and it might even be the reason is because it's most needed, is around Christmas, and that is, of course, through the very noted Angel Tree Program and the Red Kettle Ringers of the Salvation Army. So here now to tell us more about that organization and how you can help them make this season a huge success is the Salvation Army's Commanding Officer, Major Alan Hill. Major Hill, we're so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Again, we know about the Salvation Army around Christmas time, but you all do so much throughout the year. So tell us about your organization and some of the things that you do to help our community.
Well, we've got direct family assistance, so families come in for assistance all the time, whether it's for clothing or whether it's from food for a food pantry. And, you know, you can just go down that list of things. We'll also have an emergency shelter, a 40-bed facility. We do a transitional shelter for veterans. So we have that, and also we have our transient shelter. Up to 25 individuals can stay there.
Well, you do so much for so many people each and every day. How can the community support you in your efforts and all that you do?
Well, right now our big effort is, of course, the Angel Tree. About 1,000 children we'll be looking after this year.
Goodness.
And we want to make sure that those children are taken care of. They've all gone through a screening process. The families come in and went through a screening application process, and so they have now been approved, and so now we're putting them on the trees.
Right. Well, you mentioned the Angel Tree Program. It is a big part of Christmas. It's an important part of Christmas. So give us a big overview of this program and how vital it is to what you're doing.
Yeah, when you talk about the Angel Tree, I want everybody to understand these families, they come in and they have to prove they're in their household. They have to prove their income and expenses. Why are they in an emergency situation this year that they need assistance? Once they get through all that screening process, then we put them on a child on the Angel Tree. And so I want the community to be aware that we've gone through a great lengths to make sure these families really need some help. And so when you start seeing those tags on there, you're seeing a child's name, their first name, their age. You see some wishes on there. And so it's a lot of fun because you're really providing Christmas for that child when you select that angel.
And let's talk about that. Let's talk about the impact that it has on the child, because this is probably the only Christmas that child's going to get, right?
Yes, you're going to see that with these families especially, and they are really struggling day to day. And so this is going to be a great time for those children when they receive those Christmas gifts.
So if somebody goes and picks up an angel off the Angel Tree, what would they expect, and then how do they get the gifts to the child?
Okay, what they'll do is they'll bring it back to the location where they selected the angel from. Whether it's a Civic Auditorium here in Kingsport,
which
or
is new this year.
Walmart's. Yes, that's a brand new site we're using. You just go to the office there, and they will be able to secure those, and we'll pick them up and take them to our receiving and distribution center.
Okay. And then you said Walmart was also another location, is that right?
Yes, on the Walmart's entrances, you'll see angels hanging on those trees. Once you select that and get the gifts, you take it back to the service desk, and the service desk will secure those at Walmart.
Is it important that people take it back to the location where they picked up the angel?
No, they can go to any one of those locations. If they get it at the Civic Auditorium or whether it's at Walmart, then you can take it to any one of those sites.
Okay.
How much are people expected to spend when they take an angel off the tree?
Typically $75 to $100 would be kind of norm. Some are a lot more, some are less. And I don't want anybody to feel like, they got to buy all of it, because we do have supplemental gifts that comes in. And if you're only able to buy an outfit for a child and it comes back to us and we see they got the outfit, then we supplement that with toys. So we have toy drives going on, and a supplemental table will be set up to make sure that that child's well provided for.
And you said there are 1,000 kids on the Angel Tree this year,
yeah,
right?
We'll be pushing right at that.
Okay, wow.
Amazing.
Okay.
And that also includes some seniors. We have some seniors that are shut-ins that are in nursing homes that will not have family visiting them at Christmas time, and we include those, and sometimes those are the real special ones, a simple gift. They just ask for a robe or, a blanket at Christmas. You just, you're ready to do that.
Yeah.
The Walmarts and the Civic Auditorium where they can find the trees, correct? So,
that's correct.
Okay. How long are they up for?
Up until December the 15th. So
December 15th.
Anyone helping us, it has to be back to then, because we need a few days for prep and the giveaway.
Okay.
Laura also mentioned something else that's very prominent with the Kingsport Salvation Army this Christmas season is your red kettle ringers. They're almost as much a tradition as seeing the big giant Santa chair in all the retail stores. So tell us about your red kettle ringers.
Man, that started back in 1891 when the Salvation Army started ringing the bell. We started in 1930 here in the Kingsport area. So the Salvation Army's been here a while.
Yeah.
This is our annual appeal at Christmas. it enables us to do what the Salvation Army does year-round. You know, it's not just a big Christmas party and we're
Right,
done.
right.
You know, we're operating 365 every day. And so as those kettles workers are out there and you're making that contribution, you're helping to provide emergency shelter, you're helping to provide transitional shelter for veterans, family assistance, youth character building programs. We send kids off to summer camps at summer. So, you know, it has a tremendous impact. And if we don't raise those dollars, it's going to affect us
Sure.
in the overall operation.
So who is it that, when we see the people out ringing the bell at the Red Kettles, who are those people? Are they volunteers?
We have a combination. Some we hire and comes in and works some of those slots, but we have some great volunteers that are out there too, from our civic groups to church groups that says, you know, we want to be a part of it. We had one church group that did bells and ringed and played
Played handbells while they were
handbells.
ringing the
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
And it's wonderful. Everybody just had a great
Yeah.
time at that. We had the MSs come out and do a collection for us. So
Wow.
it's veterans. We have a veterans group that comes out and rings bells for us. And so, you know, they're really making a difference.
Laura could play her triangle, right?
I could, provided that Leif doesn't take it away.
That's
from me,
right, yeah.
like he has a tendency to do. So if somebody wants to volunteer to be a Red Kettle ringer, what's expected of them?
First they have to notify us, and then we've got a paper we'll send out, and they just give us the information so we can get back with them, whether it's a group or an individual.
Okay. And Major Hill, you mentioned that the money that is raised as part of the Red Kettle Ringers, that's not just money that gets used at Christmas, but it's money that helps fund you throughout the year.
Yes, it's our annual appeal at Christmas. We want everybody to understand that
Right.
because we're trying to provide these services year-round, and without those dollars, we can't do it.
Sure.
Major Hill, if people wanted more information on the Kingsport Salvation Army or your Angel Tree program, wanted to volunteer and help throughout the year or be a Red Kettle ringer, where can they find you?
We're at 505 Dell Street. That's our main office. Our number is 423-246-6671. That's our main line, but we can get you additional information if you need that.
That's great.
Or Major Allen Hill with Kingsport Salvation Army, thanks for stopping by today, and thanks for all you do for so many in need throughout the year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Major Hill. We appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll wrap up this episode of the CZ right after this.